does it feel to be the vet?
That's funny. Vet, I don't look at myself as a vet. Yeah, I'm still learning. You know, you got, actual, I guess, vet as far as time with the Bills, yeah. MVS, Mac, Curtis, all those guys. I still look at them as our vets, and I'm still, as I'm trying to transition into, leading, still also following as well and learning things and picking things up from those guys who've been in the league for a while. So they're all great.
Have any of those guys come to you, and just with your familiarity with Josh, have they already come to you a little bit with just kind of nuances, maybe pointers, or just helping them kind of get familiar with his offense? Have they come to you at all?
Yeah, I mean, as far as playbook, yes, definitely. We spend a lot of time with Josh after practice, just running things. You only get so many reps in a day, right? So whenever we have to take it upon ourselves to, right after practice, spending however long it is, getting reps, running certain routes, a feel for things, talking to Josh as a group, because someone might think this, but somebody else is thinking a different way, so making sure we're on the same page as well. So it's always great to obviously get the reps during practice, but after practice as well, as, we're all picking each other's brains, and Josh is also, letting us know what he thinks and what he feels. And like I said, just everybody getting on the same page.
How much more ownership do you see Josh taking in this offense? Now, you got Joe Brady saying this is Josh's offense. Mm-hmm. How much more ownership than maybe a couple of years back, especially with all the changes we've seen taken?
Yeah, I mean, he's very, very, real with us and lets us know what we need to do. And like I said, if something's not wrong, he's the first one. If something's not right, he's the first one to speak up and let us know, what he's feeling and how he's thinking. And it's great, to be able to go back and forth with your quarterback like that and talk things out and make sure that, like I said before, everybody's on the same page. So he's definitely somebody, when we're watching film, we're out on the practice field, right when something's happening, he's, you go to him, he'll talk you through it, he'll let you know, if you did great or if you need to do something else better in the route. And it's all, working together to get to where we want to be.
When you mentioned transitioning to having, still being young but trying to take on more leadership, what does that look like for you? Like, what are you doing differently?
Yeah, I've always been one. I'm big on lead by example. I'm big on just doing what you're supposed to be doing, being on time. The simple things, being on time, being where you're supposed to be. So those things I've talked, with a couple people, and it's as far as just, trying to become a little more vocal, and that doesn't mean, hoorah and all over the place, right? But just, like I said, whether, the younger guys, I know I'm probably still one of the youngest, but whether they have questions on the playbook or whatever it is, and knowing and letting them know that you can come to me and talk to me about anything, and if I don't know the answer, I'll make sure I get it for you.
What kind of advantage can it be to have such a variety of skill sets and size and speed and different things in that room?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, I think, you look at us from just the whole room as a whole, we have the quickness, the speed, the strength, the short, tall, we have everything. And I think it's great. Training camp's great because we get to see just as well as OTAs, just see what everybody's capable of doing, and everybody is looking to take that next step right now, and we're feeding off of each other. Everybody's making big boy plays. Keon making big boy plays down in the red zone yesterday and making plays today. Mac doing his thing out there today, and it just makes everybody else want to be like that and get on that same exact level. So it's great. You see everybody. I guess I would consider myself one of the smaller guys, and you see a big body playing. I'm like, I want to go do that. So it's great having all kinds of different athletes.
You mentioned Mag. What's it been like getting to know him, and did you ever think that the Bills would welcome in somebody with better hair than you?
Yeah, I was a little upset at first. He's awesome. Obviously, does his thing. The no shoes. Letting the hair flow out. He's a very unique dude, but he's awesome. He's a great leader as well. Making sure that he's not going to tell somebody to do something that he's not doing himself. So he's somebody that's setting the standard, setting the example for everybody in the room, and he's just a great dude all around. Not only is he a great athlete on the field, but a great dude off the field to be around and pick his brain for stuff outside of football too, and just life in general. So he's awesome.
A lot of guys are talking about, we're wondering how do the Bills replace Stephon Diggs? Now that you've seen what this group of receivers is like, is there less concern about replacing Stephon Diggs in some ways, knowing what you've got here? And how has your perspective maybe changed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously losing to Steph, it's Stephon Diggs. You know, he's a great athlete, great person, great dude to be around. You know, we have so many moving pieces now that everybody can do everything. And you know, one moment somebody could be outside, but then the next they move into a slot, and another guy comes in and replaces him on the outside. You know, so and we're not losing a step there. You know, the guys, everybody in that room can make a play at any time when the ball's in their hands. Make one guy miss, go. Make multiple guys miss and go to the house. So there's a lot of playmaking ability within the room.
How have you seen Curtis Samuel start to assume his role in this offense? Obviously, a pretty big day today. What's it like playing alongside a player that can do so much like him?
Yeah, Curtis is awesome. He's somebody, I mean, you put him anywhere and get the ball in his hands, and special things are going to happen, you know. And but he had a big day today, and just seeing that is, you know, the way he goes about his business is very professional. When he steps on the field, he's always doing the right thing, getting open, and he's definitely somebody that you know, when he's on the field, if I'm on the sideline, my eyes are glued watching what he's doing, how he's seeing things, and then when he comes off, asking him, like, you know, hey, you know, what were you thinking there? And it's just, like I said, it's a vet in the game who's been around and made plays and just been doing his thing ever since he entered the league. He's amazing dude.
You mentioned the big boy plays from Keon so far in training camp. Just how have you seen him progress in the short time that he's been with the team already? And how important is it for a rookie like him to have some of those big plays early on in training?
Yeah, I guess it's just, you know, getting comfortable within the game. You know, the step from college to the NFL, I think is a pretty big step. You know, mostly in college you're going against guys 18 to 22. You get here, you're going against grown men with families. You know, so you know, getting those reps in early and making those plays early, and him getting comfortable within himself and within the game and getting on the same page with Josh as well is huge. And he's been doing that. So.
Thanks, dude.